morning. My name is Charles Wagner. I am the founder of Grimazon.com, and it is Thursday, February 22nd, 2024. And this is episode 20 in our Absolutely Prayer series. What are the prayers that we can pray that we can be sure that God's going to answer with an absolutely? Again, the key is to pray for the things that we know what God wants. And how do we know what God wants? We study the Bible from Genesis 1 through Revelation 22. The source for the series is my book, Take Every Thought to Prayer, Prayers to Love God, Volume 1. And on page numbers Roman numeral 11 and 12, I have an article, The Author's Prayer for Every Reader. And in this prayer, I list, I believe, 26 different things that you can pray for that you can be sure that God's going to say yes to. Today's reading is, Guide my steps every day. I would like to suggest something that is appalling for a lot of people. The ideal scenario for us, the ideal situation to be in, is literally when we are like little children, holding Jesus's hand, holding God's hand as we're walking down the road, and literally every step we take is by his guidance. If Jesus says, let's go here, we follow him. If Jesus says, let's go there, we follow him. We are completely dependent upon Jesus for every step we take. He tells us where to go, how to go there, when to go there. He tells us why we're going there. And this is the optimum relationship between us and God, where literally every moment of the day we are in prayer saying, God, in the last 5 minutes, this happened to me. How should I respond? The next 5 minutes, this happened to me, God. How should I respond? That is the ideal relationship with God, where we are in continuous prayer. This just happened to me. What do I do? This opportunity just came to me. How shall I handle it? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I go to this restaurant or that restaurant for lunch? Because you know why? God can orchestrate divine appointments. You might be standing in line with somebody in one of those restaurants who needs the love of God. They're really hurting. So literally, we are supposed to be asking God continuously for each step, to guide us with each step of the day. So I can assure you that if you ask God to guide you for each step of the day, that's something he wants to do. Because that means total surrender of you to God. You are depending upon him every moment of every single day. You are acknowledging that he needs to guide you and direct you every moment of every single day. And that is a wonderful state for us to be in our relationship with God. And he will richly reward us spiritually to have that kind of heart attitude. So, boy, that is hard for us, isn't it? I mean, we want independence from God. That's what we want. We want to make up our own decisions. We want to make our own plans. We want to set our own goals. We want to decide for ourselves what's right and wrong. We want to decide for ourselves what's true and what's not true. Hey, I want to have my truth, right? So the very last thing we want is to kind of have the humility of a little child fully dependent upon their father. But that's exactly what God asks of us, and that's exactly where we will prosper. And we will be fulfilled when we're relying on God every single minute of every single day with give us the next step, tell me what my next decision should be, guide me as I go the next 5 minutes in my life. And boy, if we could ever get there, we would be having a wonderful relationship with God and we would feel so fulfilled. God bless.